In my last year of high school, I passed a difficult university admission test, and my classmate, who took it with me, failed. He was the best student in our class, while I definitely wasn't. He didn't take that well. So as soon as the results came out, he started telling everyone that I passed because of a trick, which was a loophole we thought we had found months before the test, but that we pretty quickly realized wasn't a loophole at all. We simply hadn't read the rules correctly at first. He knew that as well as I did, but still told everyone anyway. And for the rest of the school year, friends, mutual acquaintances, and even some people's parents heard about it. Many times he even did it in front of me, while knowing full well that I knew he was lying. But I never once corrected him. Not because it didn't bother me, of course, but because I just had no idea how to stand up for myself. Hey there, I'm Paolo. I make videos about confidence, self-awareness, and becoming the kind of person you'd actually respect. Before we get into today's main topic, I want to clear something up, because it's probably the main reason why most people don't work on this. Assertiveness isn't aggressiveness. It's not about winning arguments, making people back down, and forcing others to treat you differently. It's much simpler than that. Being assertive just means expressing what you think, feel, or need clearly and honestly, without backing down out of fear and without attacking anyone in the process. That's it. Which also means that what the other person does with it is not your concern. They might listen, but they might also not. They might push back, get defensive, or completely ignore you. But none of that changes whether you are assertive or not, because assertiveness is simply about what comes out of you, not what happens afterwards. That distinction is important, because many people assume that if your assertive behavior doesn't change the other person's behavior, then it didn't work. But it did. You just can't control what someone else does. So if it's so simple, why do we struggle so much with it? Well, first of all, because simple doesn't mean easy, but also because in the moment it doesn't feel simple at all. When you're about to say something that someone might not want to hear, some very convincing concerns appear in your mind. Like, what if this damages the relationship? What if this makes things worse instead of better? And behind those thoughts usually is the fear that by expressing yourself honestly, you will lose something, like a friendship, someone's approval, or just simple peace and quiet. Even if it's the kind that's not really comfortable, but at least it's better than the alternative. So you say nothing, or you soften your words so much that they don't really mean anything anymore, or you just simply agree even though you don't. In the moment, it feels like the safest option, but it has a big cost too. See, letting my classmate in high school run his mouth for the rest of the school year and beyond without ever calling him out didn't just cost me my reputation, but also my sense of self-worth. And it took me many years before I finally stopped letting people disrespect me freely and take advantage of me. Of course, I didn't become assertive overnight. It wasn't just a single moment that changed everything. I just gradually realized that being quiet wasn't protecting me. Even though it felt like I was preventing conflict and keeping things peaceful, in reality, all I was doing was teaching people to disrespect me. I think that the episode that best captures what real assertiveness looks like is one that happened with a relative of mine who has always been judgmental towards me. It was half a year ago when, as usual, she started pressing me to tell her everything about what I was doing with my life. So, my goals, my plans, everything. I knew she wasn't asking simply out of curiosity. And because I just about had it with her and all her comments over the years, instead of explaining myself like I usually would have, I said, why? So you can decide if I'm worthy of some respect finally, or if you should keep judging me. I don't know about you, but even though I did think for a moment that maybe I'd been too rude, it also felt really good. She had nothing to say to that. Well, except angry words, but it didn't matter. I had said what I meant clearly without really attacking her. My job was done, and how she reacted afterwards was up to her. So, how do you actually start building assertiveness? The first thing is accepting what assertiveness is and isn't, as we've already seen. And if you're trying to become more assertive to make difficult people finally respect you, you might find that, at least at first, you'll constantly feel like it's not working. But remember, the goal is to simply express yourself honestly. That's the main thing. Number two is starting smaller than you think you need to. Most people imagine assertiveness as these big confrontational moments where you tell someone off and draw a hard line, sort of like what I did with my relative. Those moments are important and very much necessary, but they are not where you start. You start with the small stuff, like if your friends are trying to decide where to eat for lunch and they ask for your input, say where you might want to eat. Don't just go with the usual, well, I don't mind either way. You guys choose. Or if someone makes a plan you're really not interested in, so not just you don't feel like it, but you really don't like it, say it instead of going along with it and then regretting it for the rest of the day. These things feel insignificantly small, but they're not. They are building the realization and the evidence, because confidence is all about having the evidence to back it up, that expressing yourself honestly doesn't automatically destroy things. Most of the time, people take it just fine. And if they don't, you can survive that. Don't you worry. The third thing is about your delivery. And honestly, this is what changed things the most for me. I used to think that it was all about the volume of your voice or the intensity of your speaking. So I thought that with me being an introvert and having a calmer personality, I could never be taken seriously. In reality, a calm delivery doesn't soften your words. It just removes the noise around them. And this makes what you're saying clearer and more convincing. I don't agree. I'd rather not. That is not true. Say it calmly and convincingly, without apologizing or over-explaining. That's enough. Thank you for watching. And if you want to keep working on this, on making people take you more seriously, check out this video over here. And if you like this kind of content, you can subscribe so you don't miss any new video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.